Hello, fellow collectors, and welcome to Long's Toys. Today we are taking a look at the Landshark from the Masters of the Universe Origins line from Mattel. I think it's hilarious how it's billed as an evil monster slash vehicle. So, is it a monster? Is it a vehicle? No need to decide. It can be both. But first off, I have to talk about the packaging because the artwork is stunning. I love the artwork on these. I loved it back in the day, the retro packaging, and I think they are definitely paying tribute to that original packaging with the beautiful artwork they're putting on this packaging, and they're crushing it with the Origins line. So Mattel, please don't ever stop. But really, really cool. So you have Skeletor driving the Landshark here. You have Snake Mountain here in the background, and then you can see how the picture kind of extends down here. It looks like you have Clawful and Trapjaw over here spectating, and then this weird, like, kind of dragon creature. But that's very, very cool. If we take a look over here on the side, you can see there are some more generic creatures down here. And then over here, here's another one. So I don't really know what kind of creatures those are, but very, very interesting. Down here, there's a little bit of assembly required. As you can see, the directions down there. Unfortunately, I got mine from Amazon, and they did not really do a good job of packaging it for shipping. I know you're all very surprised. Not like Amazon's super famous for that or anything. But yeah, it was literally just this thrown in a box with no padding and then shipped. So, I mean, all things considered, it could be worse. But it definitely has a hole punctured down here in the bottom, which is kind of a bummer. But I do want to take a minute up here. Again, beautiful artwork. We got Fisto, we got Man-at-Arms, Triclops, Skunkor, so hopefully they're coming down the pike soon. I'm pretty sure they are. I think all three of these guys are in Wave 5, with Hordak, maybe? Not 100% on that. But again, really, really cool artwork. And the other thing that's really exciting, you can see the cross-sell down here. They're actually advertising our Castle Grayskull, which actually should be soon. I think it's later this month, now that we're into April. When I pre-ordered this from Walmart, it seemed so far away, and now it's already April. So this should be like 2 weeks, and this thing starts heading out. Again, it's Walmart, so I'm sure it'll be delayed or something, but supposedly it's supposed to start showing up pretty soon in Walmarts. Also, you have the like deluxe class over here. You have Battle Armor Skeletor, Clamp Champ, Ram Man, Battle Armor He-Man, Panther, Battle Cat, and then of course our Landshark down here. So definitely still looking for these three guys. I do have Battle Armor He-Man, but need to find these guys. And then Wave 4, people are starting to find some places. I know in some Targets. Now I'm trying to think. He might actually be in Wave 4. I apologize. Let me swoop back up here. I think, is it Trapjaw's in Wave 5 and Triclops is in Wave 4? I can't keep it straight, but in any case, there are definitely some more figures coming, so they're really starting to pump these out, which is fantastic because the collection is growing very quickly, and I'm very happy about it. So let's go ahead, let's get Landshark out of this box, and we'll take a closer look. So here is the Landshark out of the packaging. The assembly required is very minimal. This blue piece here on this side comes loose in the packaging, and then this is kind of attached to the wall in the box. So all you have to do, there's a couple clips, you just line them up, boom, 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 snaps into place, very secure, and then this just clips onto that, and that's all there is to it. So very simple. No stickers need to be applied. They all come pre-applied in the box, which is very nice. You have kind of the thrusters back here, and then you have the control panel up here for the Landshark. Now I have to say, it's been a minute since I've actually played with the old one, and I don't have it handy, unfortunately, but from what I can remember, this is pretty much exactly the same as what I remember, like eerily similar. It's really, really exactly the same as I remember. Now, of course, some things do feel like the plastic in certain places is a little bit lighter. That's just, you know, how the price of plastic and the construction of plastic toys since the 80s has evolved and changed, so it's going to feel a little bit cheaper. But that doesn't mean it's bad. It just, you know, some of these, like these pieces were a lot less hollow back in the day. That's just kind of things like that. Also, from what I remember, this piece could come off, the chair piece could come off, and this gray piece in the back, like unclipped, almost like they could work on the engine underneath, and that doesn't seem to be the case anymore. This definitely seems like one solid piece. This is probably a separate piece, but it's pre-clipped in, and I don't think you're going to take it off without some damage done. I also remember that this like laid in a track. There were just like these little plastic nubs on the side, and then it just kind of like sit into a track, and it would always come off. This seems to be a lot more solidly attached, so I don't think that's going to be a problem. But yeah, overall, it looks pretty good. I'm really happy with it. I think they did a really great job recreating this. And you can see the wheels underneath, and I'll show you how this works. So you just kind of start off to the side, and as you move it forward, the wheels will make a mechanism inside, open and close the mouth. So if you want to take a look at the mouth open, you can see the inside. It's all just done in this kind of orangey plastic. But if you want to pretend it's chomping on one of your heroic characters, you can actually fit him in there pretty well. So it looks like he's chomping on him, which is kind of funny. And then you can just kind of have him chomp on him as you roll through. Now I will say, with something in there, it does sometimes make the opening and closing mechanism not work as well. Another thing you kind of have to be wary of when you put a figure inside, there's not a ton of clearance, and sometimes depending on how you have the feet situated, it will catch this when it's trying to open up. So that's just another thing to be cautious of, just to make sure that it opens and closes all the way. I'll show you what I mean. Let me bring in Skeletor here. So, and I've said this kind of since day one, but I feel like you don't get a ton of movement in the hips, especially for trying to sit down. That's really about as far as I can take those legs. So I like to kind of make sure that the feet are kind of pointing down so they don't get caught. But you can just kind of drop him in here. And he doesn't fit all the way down to the seat, but I feel like he fits in good enough that it's not an issue. I mean, he looks good riding in there. So you can see how, and it might just be my, here we go, it's working well now. But sometimes it can get caught on the feet. If I had the feet pointing straight up, sometimes I was running into issues where it wouldn't close all the way. It would kind of come up, get stuck, and then as I would keep moving, it would kind of jitter, but it wouldn't come all the way down. So just make sure you're not having any clearance issues with the figure inside. Otherwise, you have the guns that can rotate probably about that far down and about that high up, because you can see this, it kind of hits the blue plastic here. They kind of meet each other right here, so that's about as high as you can go. Now they have handles here, like the characters are supposed to reach out and grab onto them, and I guess you can, but it's kind of a weird position for him to put his arm at. I don't know, if they were more like up in this area, I feel like you could do it. And you do have these handles here, which I feel like would be a lot more natural for the figure to grab to. But even that kind of feels like it's a little too close. I don't know, it's kind of weird. Neither one is really at a great angle for the figure to actually reach. You'd want something like about here, not this far back, not this far forward, probably something in this area. But again, it's not a big deal. I don't really need the figure to grab onto those handles. It looks perfectly good, him just kind of cruising around. So I love the vehicle. I think they did a really nice job with it. It doesn't have a ton going as far as like play features, but I think the chomping shark mouth as you roll the wheel on the floor is a really, really fun play feature, so I like that. And then you kind of have the slightly rotating cannons, which again, not a big deal, but it's a cool vehicle. I love the shark head, and I love the kind of sinister eye, like that sticker's done really well there. And the teeth look good. So all in all, I love this guy. I think it's fantastic. Like I said, I got mine from Amazon. It was $29.99. I would imagine they probably start showing up in stores soon. Probably at least Target. I don't know about Walmart. Who knows about Walmart these days? But like I said, if you want to risk Amazon and you don't care too much about the box, I would say that's an option. But if you're really worried about the integrity of the box, I'd probably wait to find it in store. I don't know. I would assume Target Online is probably going to have them soon as well. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, it's really great. I love it quite a bit. Definitely recommend picking it up. It's so nostalgic. It really looks exactly like the original toy that I remember, and I'm really psyched about that. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and as always, thanks so much for watching.